Please like this video and subscribe to our channel to find more invisible facts.
पाकिस्तान हासिल करने के लिए हमने बहुत कुर्बानी की है, मगर हमें पाकिस्तान को कायम रखने के लिए अभी और कुर्बानी करना होगी। मुसलमान मुसीबत में घबराया नहीं करता।
की दुआ पूरी हुई और हमें इतनी प्यारी दुनिया में घर मिल गया।
While speaking in the Indian Central Assembly, on the colonial government's decision to punish the officers of the Indian National Army, Mr. Jinnah said, "When the time comes, my army in Pakistan shall, without doubt, maintain all loyalty, whatever the liability, and if anyone did not do so, be he a soldier or be he an officer or civilian, he will go the same way as William Joyce and John Amory." The two members of the English elite, the later a son of the Secretary of State for India, were executed for supporting Hitler during the Second World War. After July 18, 1947, when independence of India and Pakistan was decided by the Westminster Parliament, leadership of the All India Muslim League was unable to foresee the huge migration. UNHCR estimates 14 million Hindus, Sikhs and Muslims were displaced during the partition. Scholars call it the largest mass migration in human history. Nigel Smith, in his book Pakistan, History, Culture, and Government, calls it history's greatest migration. India and Pakistan won independence in August 1947, following a nationalist struggle lasting nearly 3 decades. It set a vital precedent for the negotiated winding up of European empires elsewhere. Unfortunately, it was accompanied by the largest mass migration in human history of some 10 million. As many as 1 million civilians died in the accompanying riots and local-level fighting, particularly in the western region of Punjab, which was cut in two by the border. Mr. Jinnah hired a British consultant to manage the migration activities before the independence. After experiencing the unexpectedly huge numbers of refugees, British consultant was unable to manage, admitted his failure, and resigned. Mr. Jinnah assigned task to Brigadier Ayub Khan, and asked him to manage the migration activities, and provide timely and maximum support to the refugees. After few days, Mr. Jinnah received complaints about Brigadier Ayub Khan, that he was not performing his duty as required, and he also showed his biased behavior towards refugees. Mr. Jinnah immediately asked Sardar Abdur Rabnishthar to investigate the issue. After a couple of days, Sardar Abdur Rabnishthar presented the investigation report to Mr. Jinnah. As per report, Ayub Khan never took any interest in rehabilitation of the refugees, instead he has been involved in politics. Mr. Jinnah wrote on the investigation report by himself, that I know this army officer, he has been involved in politics, instead of his job. He is now transferred to East Pakistan. He will not be eligible for any kind of command position, till 1 year. Also he will not be allowed to wear any badge, during this period. After few weeks, Mr. Jinnah visited to Dhaka. On arrival, Mr. Jinnah received Guard of Honor. Interestingly, Mr. Jinnah not allowed Ayub Khan to accompany him in the ceremony. Ayub Khan was so embarrassed, seeking help from colleagues. He asked for help to his friend Brigadier Sher Ali Khan Patauti. Brigadier Sher Ali Khan Patauti was in Karachi. He immediately went to Rawalpindi, to meet Army Chief Commander Sir Frank Messervise. Patauti discussed the matter with Chief, and wanted favour from him. Sir Frank Messervise denied his request.